Have you ever wondered why some people seem to effortlessly accumulate wealth while others struggle their entire lives? What if I told you that the key to financial success isn't just about luck, but the way you think? In today's video, we're going to dive into the 8 crucial ways rich people think differently from poor people. If you've ever felt stuck or unsure of how to break free from financial limitations, this video is for you. By the end, you'll understand exactly how adopting the mindset of wealthy individuals can completely transform your financial future. I'm going to share tips that are easy to apply, but will require you to shift your current perspective. Stick with me until the end, because I'll give you the actionable steps you need to start thinking like a rich person today. Trust me, the last point will really surprise you. If you want to start thinking like the rich and change your life for the better, don't forget to hit that subscribe button now and join our community. Let's get started. 1. Think big, not small. The first major difference between rich and poor people is the way they think. Poor people often focus on small savings or temporary fixes, like spending hours looking for a pair of socks that are only 5% off. They believe that saving small amounts is the key to wealth. However, wealthy people don't focus on the small stuff. They think big. Imagine you spend an hour of your day looking for that minor discount, but what if you spent that same hour learning a new skill or networking with people who could open doors for you? Rich people focus on maximizing their time and use it to increase their value. They know that an hour of their time is worth far more than a couple of dollars. It's about playing the long game. It's about asking yourself, how can I make my time more valuable so that it's worth thousands instead of just a few bucks? Time, after all, is our most valuable asset, and it's something you can never get back. If you shift your mindset from focusing on the small things to thinking big, your approach to money, business, and personal development will completely change. So, instead of spending your energy on tiny savings, think about how you can make the most of your time and how you can increase your value in the marketplace. This is the mindset that leads to wealth. 2. Betting mentality and the offering value mentality. Another big difference between rich and poor people is the way they think about making money. Poor people often have a gambling mentality. They want something without offering anything in return. They look for shortcuts, try to make easy money, and end up entering into schemes that seem promising, but in the end only lead to frustration. On the other hand, rich people understand that to achieve financial success, they need to offer value to the world. They know that the key to prosperity is how they can contribute something that improves other people's lives. If you want to have more money, you need to ask yourself, how can I help more people? How can I offer something that really makes a difference? This concept can change the way you see money. If you are just trying to take what you can without giving anything in return, your wealth will be limited. But if you learn to add value, solve problems, and create solutions for the needs of others, the return will be much greater and more consistent. Now, before moving on to the next point, if you're enjoying the content, don't forget to leave a like on the video. This helps me understand that you are taking advantage of the tips and motivates me to continue bringing you more valuable content. 3. Traditional education and self-education. A big myth that many poor people believe is that a traditional education, like college, is the only way to achieve financial success. Of course, formal education can open doors, but it alone does not guarantee wealth. Rich people know that the real key is in self-education. They become experts in a field, invest time and energy to master a specific skill, and become a reference in it. This does not mean that you should drop out of school, but that you should complement your learning with practical knowledge, which can be acquired through books, online courses, mentors, and everyday experiences. What are you doing to educate yourself outside of the classroom? What skills are you currently developing to stand out in the market and generate more value? Self-education allows you to become an expert at something, and in doing so, you become more valuable to others. Have you started investing in your education outside of school? Or do you still believe that college is the only way? Leave your opinion in the comments below. I'd love to know what you think about it. 4. Envy. Though I can't mentality and the I will succeed mentality. A crucial point that differentiates rich and poor is how they deal with the success of others. Poor people often allow themselves to be consumed by envy. They look at someone rich or successful and think, that person was lucky or they must have done something wrong to get there. They often believe that someone else's success diminishes theirs, and that somehow the prosperity of others means they don't have a chance. However, the rich have a different mentality. When they see another person successful, they do not feel threatened or envious. Instead, they think, what did this person do to get here? What can I learn from them? How can I apply this to my own life? They don't sit around complaining or looking for excuses. They seek to be inspired by the success of others to move forward and improve themselves. This mentality is essential for anyone looking to achieve extraordinary results. If you focus on envy, you won't move away. Envy erodes your chances of success because it makes you get stuck thinking that you can't have what others have. The mentality of learning from others and using this as fuel for your own progress will take you much further. It's important to understand that someone else's success doesn't mean you are at a disadvantage. On the contrary, you can learn from the path of those who have already achieved what you want, adapt your strategies, and continue your journey to success. If you start to see successful people as sources of learning and not as enemies or competitors, your view of what is possible for you will completely change. So, instead of wasting time in envy, start adopting a learning and growth mindset. Believe that the success of others can be an inspiration for your own path. When you understand this, your financial and personal life will change. 5. Optimism and pessimism. The mentality of those who believe in the future. Another big divider between rich and poor people is the mindset regarding the future. Poor people tend to be pessimistic, which means they look to the future with fear and distrust. They see challenges as insurmountable obstacles and often assume that everything will go wrong before they even try. This negative view of situations prevents them from taking risks, taking chances on new opportunities, or making decisions that could change their lives. On the other hand, rich people have an optimistic mindset. They are more likely to see challenges as opportunities for growth. When they face difficulties, instead of giving up or despairing, they look for solutions, adapt, and move forward. They believe that the future holds great possibilities and that they can directly influence the results they will achieve. This positive, action-oriented vision is essential for anyone looking to grow financially. Optimism is not about ignoring problems or pretending that everything will be easy. On the contrary, it is about having a proactive attitude in the face of difficulties. Instead of waiting for something to go wrong, rich people are always preparing themselves for success, believing that with effort and strategy, anything can be overcome. If you're someone who tends to focus on difficulties, it may be time to change that thinking. Start seeing adversity as a learning experience and always try to find a way to improve the situation. After all, an optimist believes that even in the most difficult times, there is always a lesson or an opportunity to become better. The key here is to understand that pessimism blocks your actions, while optimism drives you to act. Therefore, start developing a more optimistic outlook on the future. Even when faced with problems, look for solutions, and over time, you will see how your mentality shapes your reality. 6. Money management. How rich people manage their finances. One of the biggest differences between rich and poor people is the way they handle money. Poor people often do not know how to manage their finances well. Often, they spend impulsively, invest incorrectly, or even depend on luck, as in the case of those who buy lottery tickets hoping for a big prize to solve their financial life. The problem is that without adequate knowledge about how to manage money, the chances of losing everything you have earned are high. Rich people, on the other hand, know exactly how to manage their finances. They understand the importance of knowing where and when to spend, but also where and how to invest. They always seek a balance between saving and investing, understanding that to create lasting wealth, it is necessary to invest money intelligently. Rich people know that money should work for them, not the other way around. A rich person also knows when to save, but is not afraid to spend on opportunities that can generate more returns. The difference lies in the deep understanding of how money works. Instead of waiting for a great luck, they make smart decisions that ensure the gradual growth of their wealth. They educate themselves financially, seek to learn about investments, markets, economics, and surround themselves with specialized professionals to help them make the best decisions. If you still don't have this control over your finances, maybe it's time to start looking for more information about how to manage your money. Start with the basics. Understand where you are spending, where you can save, and where you can invest. Over time, you will begin to realize how this financial control will open new doors for you. Now, tell me, do you feel like you are in control of your finances, or do you still have difficulty organizing your expenses and investments? Leave it in the comments. I want to know what you think about your own financial management. 7. The ego. The difference between learning and stagnation. A surprise to many people is the fact that rich people usually don't have big egos. This may seem contradictory, but it is one of the biggest differences between rich and poor. The ego often prevents people from growing, because those who have an inflated ego believe that they already know everything they need to know and, therefore, stop learning. This becomes an obstacle, because the lack of willingness to learn new things and adapt to different situations prevents any type of evolution, whether personal or financial. Rich people, on the other hand, are always looking for new learning. They know that, to continue growing, they need to surround themselves with people who are smarter and more experienced than themselves. They seek mentors, take courses, read books, attend lectures, and are always willing to learn. This intellectual humility is crucial, because without it there is no growth. When you think you already know everything, you close yourself off to new ideas, new opportunities, and even feedback from other people. Rich people understand that wealth is not just a matter of money, but also of mentality. They're always looking for the next thing they can learn to improve themselves and their finances. They recognize that if they stop learning, success starts to slip through their fingers. If you have the habit of thinking you already know everything about a certain subject, maybe it's time to review that. True success begins when you lose your ego and start seeing every situation, every person, and every experience as an opportunity to learn. This doesn't mean you need to abandon your confidence, but rather that you must be willing to listen, learn, and grow. Now think about this. Do you feel like you've stopped learning, or are you constantly seeking new knowledge? Leave your opinion in the comments. What are your sources of learning? 8. Belief in personal power, influencing the world around you. One of the biggest differences between rich and poor is the belief in the power that each person has to change their own reality and impact the world around them. Rich people believe they have the power to change their lives, their circumstances, and even the environment in which they live. They know that, with effort and determination, they can turn their ideas into reality and make a difference. We live in an era where it is possible to achieve great things, especially with the tools that the internet offers. Today, with platforms like YouTube, blogs, and social networks, anyone has the power to reach thousands or even millions of people around the world. On the contrary, poor people often have a limited vision of what they can achieve. They believe that their circumstances determine their opportunities and, therefore, they do not seek to go beyond what the environment around them allows. This thinking can be limiting and prevents them from seeing the potential for change that is within everyone's reach, especially in the digital age in which we live. The secret is to understand that you do have the power to change your life. No matter where you come from, you have the ability to transform your reality with the right mindset. If you believe in your potential, if you take responsibility for seeking the tools necessary to grow and impact others positively, the possibilities are endless. The time to act is now. The world is full of opportunities waiting to be seized by people who have the courage to believe in them. Now that you've learned about the 8 main differences between the mentality of rich and poor, I hope you felt inspired to adopt a new way of thinking. Remember, thinking big, offering value, investing in your education, staying optimistic, managing your finances well, constantly learning, controlling your ego, and believing in your personal power are fundamental steps to achieving success. If you are ready to transform your financial and personal life, subscribe to the channel right now and activate the bell so you don't miss any important content. If this video was useful to you, leave a like, share it with friends who also need this change of mentality, and of course, comment below your reflections and suggestions for new videos. Together, we can achieve great things. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.